The EKWB Expo for Computex 2021 is about to begin. It's Anna and Mr. EK himself, Eddie Koenig. The thing I find so impressive about Slovenians is their English is absolutely immaculate. It's a delight listening to them work. Anyway, on with the show.
Oh shit, sorry. Stop, I messed up.
Okay, alright.
Valve, uniformity! Fully liquid. Vardarfens. Vardarfens. Greetings. Motivating.
Yeah.
The Pro stuff is impressive. I've seen it at a number of shows, Computex and CES. However, it's not really my personal cup of tea. I'm going to move on to the PC gear.
Next we will hear about our all-in-one solution and how it is taking our compact and inclusive hardware to the next level.
The original AIO line was designed to be the perfect entrance cooling solutions for users who want to dip their toes into the world of liquid cooling. It offered a universally compatible CPU water block, packaged in a sleek and compact unit that guaranteed zero maintenance. But we want to continue to push the boundaries of what you expect, what we can deliver. So we took this amazing foundation and expanded on it to bring you the Nucleus line. Why Nucleus, you might ask? Water cooling has always been the core of what EK does. On our mission to elevate the performance of your computers, we want to ensure that the core of your computer, the CPU, excels and performs in the way you want it to. The new EK Nucleus AIO puts that power in your hands by allowing you to customize the look of your CPU cooler thanks to a bright LCD screen capable of displaying 24-bit color. It can display performance markers and system temperature data so you can have a clear digital readout that informs you of your PC status at a glance. The Dark series, catering to customers who search for a good performance-price ratio without any flashy aesthetics, and the Elite series with extra gadgets, upgraded pump, and sleek design. Together, they represent 4 dynamic options that will accommodate different budgets, personal styles, and needs.
All-in-ones for the more mainstream market, totally approve of those. We've seen so many all-in-ones, I've probably got half a dozen on the shelves behind me, and we've discovered over the years it's not until you get to use them that you can tell the first thing about them. Everything looks great from that sort of distance, particularly if it's got a bit of ARGB. So the all-in-one, looking interesting, gonna withhold judgment for the time being.
Armed.
We are happy to announce that the Quantum family is finally becoming whole.
Any sentence that starts with EK Quantum is going to take us somewhere good.
EK has invested countless hours into designing and refining two crucial product lines, radiators and fans. These are two key components for a healthy liquid cooling loop, which is why EK decided to develop them simultaneously. But let's talk about radiators first. We have taken on the task of designing and engineering more than 50 new radiators. Among them are multi-port and cross-flow models as well. These new additions will provide users even more versatility when building their liquid-cooled PC and at the same time support our EK Quantum ideology, high performance and unrivaled aesthetic uniformity. In addition to the various types, the radiators are also split into performance categories to suit different needs and builds. The S or Slim category features 30mm thick radiators, a great choice for small PC cases or mini ITX builds. The P Performance category is 44mm thick and offers the best performance relative to thickness. The X or Extreme class features 58mm radiators and serves the needs of those who seek our best performing cooling solution.
EK radiators, they've needed an overhaul for some while. EK's known it, but they've been working on so many other of their products, but they've finally got to radiators and this is good news. I have to also make the note that S, P and X for different thicknesses. Isn't it just a good thing that the middle thickness P isn't called by some other letter of the alphabet? Behind me I've got rads from Black Ice, Alpha Cool and EK plus others. Generally speaking, full copper for me. In that respect, EK in the past hasn't done so great. I'm really hoping these new radiators take EK on to a new level.
And the final icing on our quantum radiator cake, the white radiator lineup. Each and every new radiator will be available in a white version, offering options for amazing white-themed dream builds, regardless of the size or type of radiator required. On to the next big announcement, the all-new EK Quantum fans. Two characteristics guide the liquid cooling fan future: performance and RGB lighting. Heavy RGB implementation in the fan frame forces impeller blades to be smaller, which results in lower performance. This is why the EK Quantum Phase full-frame fans are designed specifically for high-performance radiator cooling, maximizing the surface of the impeller. And on the other side, to cater to the ones in need of brighter visual performance, the EK Quantum Impulse fans are equipped with a fully lit RGB frame.
New Vada fans with pretty RGB and frames that have lighting and so on. Terrific, no problem there. Again, they need to perform. I mean, what on earth is the market going to do if Noctua ever comes up with RGB fans? It'll be game over, won't it? But improving Vada fans, flashy RGB, that's fine by me.
We are also very proud to present the latest evolution of the Quantum line with the goal to push performance boundaries even further while also maintaining the aesthetic uniformity of the line. Velocity 2 is a complete redesign of our best-selling CPU water block. And by a complete redesign, we mean that instead of using the same water block core for different CPUs, each water block will be tailored to the needs of a specific motherboard socket. This means that the cooling engine will be specifically tuned for each generation of processors. We are also implementing an innovative patent-pending mounting mechanism that will make the water block installation quick and precise without using any tools. The new exact mount system uses pre-tension springs concealed in the water block top, so with just a few turns on the thumb nuts, the installation is finished and you get the exact mounting pressure that is needed.
Vector 2 blocks. They look the absolute business, he says, tearing his eyes away from the screen. They look really good. Vector's fine, and there's no problem with Vector whatsoever. I wouldn't have said Vector required an overhaul. Vector 2 works for me.
Now that the restyling and improvements of our water blocks, distribution plates, and radiators are well underway, we can say that things are only going to get better in the future. Meet the EK Matrix 7, a product raster that is bound to set a new standard in PC liquid cooling. Since PC liquid cooling became widely available, there was only one standard across the entire market, the G1/4 thread. Now, we are able to add a new dimension where the height of products and the distance between ports is managed by increments of 7 millimeters.
Using the 7mm unit has a lot of sense behind it, and 7mm is approximately in the same ballpark as a 1/4 inch, but this is like car wheels and tyres. It's a 15-inch or 17-inch wheel with a 265mm wide tyre. You get a combo of imperial and metric units. Hysterical. And here we are, so G1/4 and 7mm, so 30mm thickness radiators, 44 being 30 plus 2 times 7, or 58, which is 30 plus 4 times 7. There's some thinking that's gone into this, but the combination of imperial and metric, it makes me laugh.
EK will also collaborate with case manufacturers to implement the EK Matrix 7 certificates, so things like radiator rails are placed in specific locations.
Collaborating with case manufacturers for the EK Matrix 7. Now that's an interesting one. Take, for example, Thermaltake, who manufacture cases, a whole range of products, and their own liquid cooling hardware. Take Corsair, they have their HydroX hardware. We know that custom loop liquid cooling is a niche market. That's obvious. The mainstream, after all, is air cooling and AIO. So custom loop, you're down at the niche end of things. But why would Corsair give their cases an overhaul to accommodate EK? The only reason would be if a significant number of Corsair's customers demanded it. It's crystal clear also that Corsair's got every incentive to say to their customers, yeah, but we've got to change stuff to put the EK hardware in. HydroX just goes in like that. The same is true for Thermaltake, for Corsair, for Fantex, for certain, possibly some other manufacturer. Why would they change their tooling, their core chassis to accommodate EK? I have to suppose that the first manufacturer out of the gate is going to be Lian Li. That's pure speculation, but EK and Lian Li clearly work closely together.
We also promise to strive to establish dominance as a supplier of premium fittings on the PC liquid cooling market, and with countless additions to the Torque fitting lineup, it was time to go for the gold. And you guessed it. Add gold fittings to the portfolio.
Perhaps it's the British in me. There's a kind of tacky thing about having actual gold inside your PC. But I'm really interested in having a look at some of those for real, because the image surely cannot be doing them justice. There's a part of me slightly disappointed they haven't called them the President, because somehow gold and presidential seems to go together. Don't know why that would be.
But this is still not all that you can expect from the EK Quantum lineup.
Thank you, Anna. You did a wonderful job of helping to bring our expo to life. And I'd like to sincerely thank everyone for attending our expo presentation. As always, it is our customers and partners who drive us to continually present new and innovative solutions. Your high expectations motivate us to try to deliver industry firsts. Thank you so much for your support, involvement, and passion. See you next time, and don't forget to find our booth at Computex.
I have to say, for a company that seems to turn out new products every couple of months without fail, EK's turned out yet more good stuff. So, EK at Computex 2021, done.